benefits the key. No more starving, getting rid of inflammation. Choosing healthy choices, providing you with sound information. Bringing balance to hormones and insulin through food. With DFL, teaching you food choices to see you through. DFL, we're teaching you to eat food right. Teaching you to pair food with each bite. Balancing our body's microbiome, feeling so right. With diet-free life, that helps futures lose pride.
Hello. This is Robert Ferguson, Roberto Lorenzo Ferguson. This is Diet Free Life with yours truly, and I want to say thank you for being here. And I am excited, yes, I am delighted to share with you information that most people don't know. Now, today we're going to talk about how collagen works. Right? You go to Costco, they're selling collagen. You meet people who work with network marketing companies, they're selling collagen. You go to Walmart, there's collagen. You hear some people say it's liquid. You got some people say it's powder. And in the world of nutrition science, this is right down my lane. And fortunately, I have been very lucky to have spent quality time with some really advanced, knowledgeable people in the space of collagen, well before it became popular. So the main focus in my time with you today, and it's not even going to take long, but you're going to learn something about collagen that I would be willing to bet that I'm going to say 99.9% of everybody I meet who takes collagen do not know what I'm about to share with you. People who sell it, they don't know. They just think that what they sell is the best collagen. And I've sat on science boards with this. I've been in science meetings. I've been in development. In the nutraceutical space, I know it very well. And everything I'm going to share with you is legit information. And I'm not here to sell you. We're going to spend time together just to understand how consuming collagen, right, a supplement, helps you create more collagen. And I'm going to do my best not to make it too scientific. And I'm going to come back to this because I did provide you with an article that I wrote. It has a nice reference session. So you can read it, you can print it out, you can highlight it, go through it, take it to people who feel they know a lot about collagen. There's no dispute because what I'm going to share with you is so clear and is backed by evidence, is scientific on how consuming collagen, whether it's a liquid or a powder, how it helps you create more collagen, especially as you're maturing in life. Because if you don't get enough collagen, which we don't as we get older, you start to see lines and wrinkles start to form. So if you understand how collagen works, which most people don't, and the dermatologists that actually get it, they're not going to tell you about it because many of you are going to dermatologists because you want to look more youthful. They're not going to tell you how collagen works so that you can not have to go to them. However, I believe you can have the best of both worlds. You can still go to a dermatologist or a skincare specialist, right? And get the benefits of what they're bringing to the table. And actually, because if you have a good collagen, which I'm going to talk about, it'll help you with recovery, wound recovery. I mean, it's a win-win, okay? But before we go there, I need to cover just a couple things. One, we have a challenge, and I provided a link for you. We call it a DFL Team Challenge, and it starts on May 5th, but you want to register early because we're putting teams together, or you could actually build your own team. Email some people, share the link, say, hey, I'm doing this challenge. It's 12 weeks long. It comes with all of these benefits. It's not expensive, okay? If you get the right link, it's $50. If you don't get the right link, it's $69.95. Well, I'm hoping you get the right link. And if you want, you can email me if you don't. My email is robert@dietfreelife.com. So we have this challenge that I believe everybody should be in it. Let's say if you don't even have weight to lose, you want to be in this challenge. Seriously, because it's all about nutrition education. And one of the big challenges that people are faced with and why they're not able to get off medications or reverse their chronic illnesses or lose the weight and keep it off is because they don't have nutrition education. That is the game changer. And that's what you get with this challenge. So it's not just a challenge where you're put on a diet. It's a challenge where you learn and then you like get motivated and you like learn all these cool things that you can implement and you can own for the rest of your life, and you're part of a team. As you can see on the screen, it says it takes a team. And then every Monday, we got Make It Happen Monday. And so every Monday, I write an article, a blog, make it available, and then I bring it up on the video. And so the link is provided. It's a very short read. I mean, you're talking about drinking a hot tea, having a coffee, drinking a little bit of water, sitting down, have a quiet moment, and inside of 5 minutes, I mean, for those who can read, you'll be able to read it and get some ideas from it so that you can move forward. And in everything that I do, I always make it possible for you to subscribe to our newsletter if you're not already getting our newsletter, or schedule a free consultation. And if somebody shared this video with you, for whatever reason they shared it, reach back to them, because if I bring up a product or a service or talk about certain things, like I'm going to talk about collagen today, maybe that person told you because they're a partner of mine, or they're aware of the collagen because it is through direct sales that you can get access to the collagen that I endorse. But again, my goal is not to sell you on my collagen, but to inform you on how collagen works. Okay? And then we're going to have our time. So let's get into it. I'm going to open up my screen. I want to be there live with you. I want you to see me because this is more of a lecture than anything. Not a lecture where it's boring, but a lecture where it's just me, right? It's me sharing information with you. So what is collagen? Well, it's an amino acid. It's protein. And it's abundant in our bodies. And there's well over 20 different types of collagen, but the 3 most common types are actually type 1, type 2, and type 3. In the article, I go into more detail, but type 1 is the most abundant collagen in your body. Type 2 is there. It's not abundant, but it's mostly associated with like joints. Same as 3, but not as abundant. But 1 is the most abundant. Now, I've seen people benefit from all different types of collagen. So I'm not going to put down anyone's collagen, but I am going to highlight the one that I endorse because I believe at this moment in time is one of the best collagens. And let me just start off by saying it's a collagen that you take 10 days a month. Now, some people are like, oh, you got to take it every day. You don't have to take it every day. And I'm going to share with you why. Okay. And to set that up, I want you to think of tolerance. I'm thinking of someone who has a glass of wine every once in a while. And because they rarely have alcohol, when they have that glass of wine, they get a little bit of a buzz. Now, if they start drinking that wine every day, that one glass of wine eventually is not going to be enough to get the same buzz because they build up a tolerance. So now to get that same buzz, it's 2 glasses of wine because the body it's adapted, right? It's acclimated to that amount. So you need more to get that same boost, if you will. There's a ingredient that people buy called chondroitin sulfate, great for joint health. And you take it every day, okay? Keywords, every day. And as you take chondroitin sulfate every day, people come back and go, their knees, joints, everything is better. But after about 10 months, all the scientific studies are clear that the benefits you've been getting start to taper off. So now the knee joint pain, discomfort has come back. But if you stop taking it for about 6 months or so, and then retake it, you get back those benefits. See, the body is always looking to adapt. And it does that with basically everything, even drugs that people are taking. Now, if you take collagen every day, in those first 3, 4, 6 months, you're gonna feel it if you have some discomfort. And you may even see improvements with reduced lines and wrinkles in your face. But after a while, it's not like you keep looking younger. You know, like that Button movie, right? You started really old and become a baby. And I think part of the problem is that you're taking it every day. Because I know how collagen works, which you're going to learn in the next 10 minutes. So taking it 10 days is going to give you that collagen boost, which I'm going to explain how it works. And then you get off of it for 20 days. And then when you take it again, your body is looking for it. The body's going to respond and react in a way that you're going to get that collagen boost again. So it doesn't fully adapt. The tolerance doesn't really happen because you are on and off. It's kind of like someone who doesn't drink alcohol during the week. Then they have alcohol on the weekend. Even though it may not be a lot, if they were getting a buzz, they'll consistently get that same buzz. So really, people who take it every day, I'm not going to say that that's a negative because I believe you could. But pay close attention if you do it every day, whatever the collagen is. And notice if some of the benefits you got in the very beginning, if you kept track of it, they kind of dissipate because you have built a tolerance and your body gets used to certain things. And then the reaction or response is not the same. And you can see that with blood sugar. You can see that with insulin. You can see that with everything. So why would it be different from collagen? It wouldn't. Okay. So let me tell you how it works. This is the part that most people do not know. Most people think when you take collagen, whether it's liquid or whether it's powder, whether it's a capsule, that the collagen that you consume is the collagen that gives you the benefits, plumps up your skin with hyaluronic acid, does all these things that you're happy about. The collagen that you consume does not do that. That's not the collagen that's helping you. What happens is when you consume the collagen with all the right ingredients in circulation, meaning you need vitamin C, you need copper, you need zinc. Like there's certain things, hyaluronic acid, if it's part of what you're consuming, is going to help magnify the collagen boost. So when you consume collagen, your body is like, what's going on? And it believes through a denaturing process that as it's losing collagen, we need to go into overdrive and produce collagen. So you take the collagen to get certain cells in your body called fibroblasts to create collagen. So you consume it, so your body creates it. Then you get the benefit. See, when you're 5 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old, your body's producing collagen like no problem. I remember watching my daughter, she got a cut on her nose when she was like 2. And thank God she was 2 because it healed like really fast because she's producing collagen like crazy. But after the age of 25, you get into your 30s and your 40s, your body is not. This is scientifically proven. Your body is not producing those cells, those fibroblast cells are not producing collagen the way they did when you were in your 20s compared to in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. So what they discovered is that if you consume collagen, it's like you reactivate those cells and then they produce collagen. And that's the collagen that helps with skin, reduces lines, reduces wrinkles, help with joint health. And with hyaluronic acid, you multiply it, and then that hyaluronic acid helps produce more hyaluronic acid. So you consume it, so your body produces it. What you consume is not what is doing the benefit. Now think about this. Some of you have been selling collagen and you never knew that. And you've been preaching it to the choir. You've been telling everybody. And you get caught up with, this is better. I feel this. I feel that. Not really understanding how consuming collagen works. There's dermatologists that I've met and trained and taught to that didn't know that. They still don't get it. Some of them don't even believe it, depending on when they became a dermatologist. So you consume it. So what you want is a collagen that is a quality collagen, and it needs to be at the right molecular weight, okay, weight and size. They call them DOMs or DA for short. And you don't want it over 5,000. So some of you are doing bone broth and you're thinking you're getting your collagen that way. Well, those molecules are like way too big to be able to like get into the system, get into your, like get pulled in through the intestines into circulation. So it has to be at a certain weight. And many of the companies that sell collagen don't tell you what the weight is because they're selling based on claims and marketing. Is not based on people being informed. So now you know. And if you read the article, very short read, you'll be even more informed. Now, the collagen that I like and endorse, you only take it for 10 days. Now, don't be mad at me because you have some people going, well, I don't understand how it can work if you only take it for 10 days because those people have been trained or indoctrinated to think you have to do it daily. And that's not the case. How can I say that? Well, when you take collagen boost and you get that elevated boost of collagen hyaluronic acid in the body with the right ingredients, that can last the benefits about 3 weeks to up to 2 months. So let's say it's the beginning of the month, right? Because I take collagen boost and I'm on my 3rd month now. And I'm getting ready to do it where I'm going to go live and show everybody with it, how I'm taking it and then talk about it. And I'm doing that. That was inspired by my daughter, who's 17, who's all about building muscle. She was taking a collagen, a powdered collagen, thinking it was helping her with her muscle. But all the scientific studies say that when you consume collagen that we're talking about, it does not synthesize, right, the way whey protein would. So yes, collagen is a protein, and there's amino acids. It is not the same as whey protein. So my daughter was taking collagen for about 8 months, and it did nothing. Here's the thing, I mean, and she heard me talking to one of my clients about collagen, and she was like, Daddy, I feel so stupid. I go, like, what do you mean, sweetheart? She goes, I've been really focused on making sure I get in my protein, and I've been taking this collagen, and I saw it was a powdered collagen, and she's thinking about building muscle, and it's the wrong protein. So she felt like she just wasted her time, which she kind of did, if that was the fact. So she got educated. So once you're informed, you're informed. Again, I watch people like all the time because I was on the science board of this company that just closed called Modere. And they have a liquid. They had a liquid BioCell collagen, which is a good collagen. It's type 2 collagen. And it's the first collagen that I ever endorse. It's the first product I ever endorse. I don't today, not because it's not good. I still think it's a good product, but it can't touch the collagen boost. I'm all about the collagen boost. And if another product came out that's better than the collagen boost, I mean, I would highlight that. But I believe all collagens, there's a benefit. Even the bovine that you can get at Costco and Walmart, there's a benefit to that, right? That's mostly type 3. Whereas the marine collagen, which is the collagen boost, that's type 1 and 3. Now I've seen people who take type 1 and 3 get the joint benefits that people claim that you only get with type 2. And I've seen people who did type 2, right, the liquid BioCell collagen, and get major benefits by looking younger. So there's a crossover, and there's more science and studies that need to be determined, but it seems like there's a benefit for everybody when it comes to taking collagen. Now, if we start getting into the details of it, yeah, if you have a really big, heavy collagen is not hydrolyzed, right? The peptides aren't small enough to get in, like over 5,000, then that wouldn't be a good thing, right? Because there's people who are drinking and consuming bone broth, and they're thinking they're getting their collagen that way, and they're not. And that's proven. So to get a product is with this level of quality, and I'm only paying $59 for 10 days, right? Which is a month supply. For $59, when looking at all the products out there, and it's a marine base, it's the best thing. It's the best thing everybody can get. And the cool part is that you take a picture of your face, right? Before you do it. I recommend this to everybody. And it's not like everybody's going to get the same benefit, but I've seen many people look more youthful. You can see it in the photos, right? They take a picture. They take the collagen every day in these little sachets. It tastes actually really good. You drink it, it's liquid. You do it every day for 10 days, then take a picture again. And you tell us if you see something noticeable. And what I've seen is that when you do it the next month, the results get better. And then the next month. So there's something to say about everything that I just shared with you. But the really big take home that I want you to get is that the collagen that you consume, because people just continue to not get this, is not the collagen that's getting in and making you look more youthful. The collagen you consume basically triggers cells in your body to produce the collagen where you see the benefits. That's it. So I wrote this paper to save everybody time and energy. Check it out. I think it all makes sense. And we have all the ingredients that make this thing work, right? Vitamin C, zinc, copper, amino acids, hyaluronic acid, and the right type of amino acids. And you're getting that fibroblast activity. See, it's kind of like the other day when I was talking about the microwave. And you can go to my website if you want to read about that. I would say 95% of most people think that the microwave is bad. It's just misinformation. The microwave is one of the best inventions in the 20th century. And people go, well, it causes radiation. There's no radiation. It creates waves, microwaves that create vibrations, and what's in there being what we call being heated up, that energy, and that's what heats it up. That's not radiation. It's not causing cancer. All of that's been proven. I mean, the World Health Organization, NASA, that's all proven. But you still have people thinking crazy things about the microwave. Same as you have people thinking crazy stuff about the collagen. They're thinking that I got to drink my collagen so it make me look more. No. It's causing your body to create collagen. And you got to have the right combination to optimize the experience. I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, you can comment, you can reach out to me. I am here and I am available. And I'll help you out. Other than that, a big shout out to Sandy Silver. Sandy Silver is one of my partners. She's also a coach. Can't wait to see you, Sandy, at the retreat. Yeah, we're going to have a good old time. We're going to have a good old time. Okay, so I believe I did a good job. I'm going to assume I may have forgot something or didn't go into greater detail. And that's why I wanted to have an article available that you could just click on and then you can read it. And if you want to learn more about the collagen, just reach out to the person who told you about this video. Reach out directly to me. You can schedule a free consultation, or you can email me at robert@dietfreelife.com, and then I'll help you out. And I'll point you in the right direction where you can do this for 10 days and reap the benefits. And any of you guys who are dealing with wound healing, I strongly recommend that you get the collagen. And depending on the severity of your wounds, like if I was burned, I would take the collagen every day. I would. And I would take the balanced oil, because omega-3s and polyphenols help with reducing inflammation and help with wound healing. So the combination of omega-3s, polyphenols, and this collagen is gold. right? If you are experiencing amputations, anything, if you're getting cosmetic surgery, anything when it talks to like wanting to speed up the wound healing process, you would literally be a fool to become aware of what I just shared with you and not be using it. Like every plastic surgeon, every person who's into like skin health and talking about getting people like looking prettier and all that, like if you went and got, you know, dermabrasion, any type of work on your face, like laser treatments, there's a healing process. So every person who provides those treatments, you would think they would be recommending omega-3s, polyphenols, and collagen to help speed up recovery with that patient or client. It just makes sense. And the data is very clear. So we all can benefit from collagen. So at my age, I'm taking it. I'm running with it. You know, I don't even know. Maybe it's helping. I don't have any gray hairs, and I am not in my 30s or my 40s. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I look at a lot of my childhood friends, and you know, they can all benefit from a little bit of collagen. So this can go a really long way. But most importantly, you don't got to buy my collagen, but whatever collagen that you're using, it does make me feel happy when I hear people explain how it works. It's not what you're consuming that does it, right? Because people go, oh, I take this one product, it's the best brand, I'm sticking to that. Okay, but what you're consuming is not what's doing the work. If it's working, that means it's stimulating the production of collagen through those fibroblast cells. And you need certain ingredients, which is scientifically proven, with the right collagen at the right weight and size for it to get in and create that production. All right. I'm Robert Ferguson, you guys. If you want to learn more, go to Diet Free Life. If you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share this with people. Wherever you are, give me a like, let me know where you're at. And I'll always go through the comments when I have the opportunity. And if I see a question that I can quickly answer, I will definitely do that. Other than that, God bless. I'm out of here.
No more counting calories, just living free. Robert Ferguson's got the plan you need. With Diet Free Life, it's the key.
All right. Now, I just went and made a whole big mistake and just was talking, and you guys couldn't hear me. I just answered the whole question for Sandy when it comes to like my knee and the collagen. Okay, so I'm gonna say it again because I didn't unmute myself. And if you're still there, Sandy, just let me know. I hope you are. Okay. When I would do like trails and run these hills and stadiums, my knee would swell up like a softball. And then I got introduced to liquid biocell collagen. And then my knee wouldn't swell up. And when I wouldn't use a liquid biocell collagen, my knee would swell up. But when I was using it, my knee wouldn't swell up. Okay. So knowing that, I didn't take the collagen boost for over a month. And then I went for one of those workouts. And when I went for that workout, I went for it. And my knee swelled up. Now, keep in mind, I'm not taking any collagen. So then I said, let me take the collagen boost for 10 days. And on the 11th or the 12th day, when I wasn't taking it, right, you take it for 10 days, I went and did that workout. My knee did not swell up. That says it all. So it proves that it works for joints, for my situation. And I like the benefits of what you can see with your eyes when you look at a person's face. So that was my experience. So again, I apologize for going out and then not hitting the mute and all that, but you got it. If you have questions, just reach out. But yes, it was very helpful for my joints. Okay. And I'm very thankful that there's a product like this. But again, let me just say again, I think a lot of collagens work as long as they are the right weight. And, you know, and yes, some I think are going to be a little bit better than others. I like this one because it's test-based. It makes total sense. And now I've had a personal experience and I've watched other people get really good results in a very short period of time, 10 days. And if I did a good job at explaining how collagen works, the production of collagen in our bodies, then you realize there may be a better benefit to not taking it every day. And that's what I'm picking up when it comes to the collagen boost. 10 days, as your body's starting to acclimate to it, right? You don't build a tolerance, take a break. You still have elevated levels in your body as far as collagen and hyaluronic acid. So you're still receiving the benefits. And then take it again for 10 days. Cycle it. That makes sense. So cycle your collagen, and at the same time, as the young people would refer to it, you're banking your collagen, because when you take it, you build up more and you build up more. And then that lasts you. That's why we're saying 3 weeks to 2 months from one 10-day boost. And everybody's different, but now you know. All right, I'm out of here. Gotta go.
No more counting calories, just living free. Robert Ferguson's got the plan you need. With diet-free life, it's the key. No more starving, getting rid of inflammation. Choosing healthy choices, providing you with sound information. Bringing balance to hormones and insulin through food. With DFL, teaching you food choices to see you through.